Author, speaker, dating and life coach, matchmaker, founder and CEO of Innovative Match, and a business and community leader who has received so many accolades, including recently one of the world's top matchmakers.
What is so special about this book and why I call myself an industry insider is because I've been working with single, primarily women, for almost 30 years. And so when I look at this, I say, thank you so much for letting me speak to a broader audience, to the women out there that are looking for connection, who cannot afford matchmakers, who are stuck in ways where they don't know how to date, and they really don't know where to start. And this is what this book is about. When you look at the front cover, there's a photo of a highway and a heart. I always say that life is a journey, but I say that really it's the romance highway. And I'm going to read to you what I mean by the romance highway. I use the metaphor of the romance highway to emphasize that dating is not like a tunnel with only one way through and no detours. Highways offer multiple routes, different speeds, off-ramps, frontage roads, and rest stops. Your journey will be based on your life as it is today and will not be exactly like anyone else's. My goal is to help you see who you are and what brings you joy, an awareness that will increase your confidence. This book will start you on a journey of self-discovery and an exciting evolutionary process that begins a new level of self-knowledge, clarity, and ultimately relationship success. Excited? Great. Buckle up, pack appropriately, and let your trip down the romance highway begin. I was in my early 20s, and I bumped into a woman who was divorced with 2 young kids and said, I'm starting a matchmaking firm. And I thought, well, what is a matchmaking firm? There was nothing out there like it. In fact, it wasn't even an industry. She decided that she was going to work for singles and start this company introducing people. So I thought, that sounds great. I told my parents I thought I was nuts, but I said, I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to get a paycheck. It's going to be fun. I had no idea where it was going to lead me to where I am today. I love love. I'm very passionate about what I do, and I believe in the power of human connection. When I started working with this woman, I had previously gone through an illness that stopped me in my tracks. I was faced with my mortality, and one of the things that affected me the most is I thought to myself, what am I going to miss? I'm going to miss human connection. I'm going to miss loving and to be loved. And right then and there, I said, I know exactly what I want to do and how I was going to put that into motion. I started working in this company. I had so much fun. The first 5 years, just growing it, and I immediately was drawn to the demographics of 45, 50, 55, and 60 and older. I felt the compassion and the feeling of longing to love again, the feeling of loss. And at the time that I started looking at online dating sites, Match.com was like a bad rash. Nobody wanted to talk about it. It was like, I am not on Match.com. Are you on Match.com? No, I'm not. Nobody wanted to go on. Nobody wanted to admit it. Nobody wanted to use it because there wasn't a lot of publicity out there, and there wasn't a lot of statistics that saying how great it was. And it was still something that we felt, women felt, and men, particularly women, that if we go online, we're desperate, right? And somebody's going to see me. My ex is going to see me. There's so many different feelings about putting yourself out there publicly. So from 2008 to 2010, I spent Monday through Friday and even Saturdays reading every day 50 to 75 to 100 profiles nationwide. And I cannot tell you how overwhelmed I was to read these profiles, to see people out there with courage and saying, I want to connect with somebody. And the feeling of knowing that these men were looking for men, they were looking for women online. And I was so inspired. In 2010, I wanted to go out on my own because I saw a big need with online. And I saw that, time, as we all know, time goes by very fast, it's very precious. And how do we really want to utilize our time? And especially when we're older, because we get it. And time management is key. So I decided to start a company managing online dating sites. I wrote profiles, I put photos up, I did searching, I taught my clients how to find that right partner. Not only are you able to use your time wisely, but you're able to help yourself identify that right partner. I'm asking you, would you date yourself? Some answers I get no, some answers I get well maybe, or yes. You need to get to the yes to start dating, because you have to come from a place where you feel really good about yourself, and that takes time, and there are things that you want to change, but you have to come from that place of saying, yes, I like who I am, and I want to meet somebody that's like-minded, and I feel good about where I'm at today. There's things that I might want to change, but I like who I am. You need to get to that place. Finding your voice, knowing when to walk away, and the woman warrior, no need for the spear. And so I always say, if something doesn't feel right, you gotta say it. It's really about the delivery. And you have to say, look, go out to dinner, have a nice time, and then say, if we're gonna go out again, call me, because this is something that I need and that I want. And what's interesting with women is that as strong as we are, we seem to have, I've experienced some hard times when it comes to expressing our needs and wants. Because dating is like a second job. You have to get in there and believe in it. And I believe so much in human connection. I believe in love. I believe that you can find love again, and I've seen it. The demographics that I work mostly with, 55, 60, 75, and 80. And I've heard great love stories, and I've been a part of it, and it's just an incredible feeling, because at the end of the day, what we really want is that connection. So it's really important to take a look at your lifestyle today and say, what is my life today? Am I working full time? Am I traveling all the time? Do I have young kids? Are my kids out of the house? Because ultimately, it won't work out unless your lifestyles mesh. So you have to really think about that, and that's part of dating smart. So it's time, it's time management, it's about going online, it's about knowing yourself, it's about trying to love yourself for where you are today and get to that place, because when you do, you can be very successful in finding somebody, the right partner. Many people are afraid to use online dating sites. There's stories out there, and they can be scary. But I've been doing this since 2008, every day, Saturdays, sometimes Sundays. That's almost 9 years. I have never come across anybody married, dangerous. I have not. In fact, I am so inspired by the people that put themselves out there, because it takes a ton of courage to say, I'm going to get out there again, and I'm going to put my face out there, and I'm going to give it a shot, because so many people connect that way, whether it's a husband again, or if it's a partner or a companion, a friendship. It's just a wonderful way, and we are so lucky. I say all the time, almost 30 years in the industry, we are so lucky to have online dating sites, because it really opens up your world, and it's a great way to connect with people. But love is here and fear is here. It's two different emotions. Don't marry the two. You have to have love here, and fear has to go here, because you don't want to have the fear. You want to try. It's normal to be fearful, but it's really important to recognize that fear can hold you back. This is a big important part that I want to share, and it's what I really believe in. And it's optimism and resilience, maintaining your marathon mindset. If you've been divorced or widowed, you've experienced a great loss already, and you have survived. But much of how you move forward will be determined by what you focus on. If the loss is what you think about the most, you are likely to be more fearful and cautious and even stuck when it comes to entering the dating world. If the fact that you have survived, and in fact might even be in a better place, now takes precedence in your thoughts, you have a healthy, good dose of optimism already at work. Optimism is important in the dating world because things generally do not progress in a linear way. You will meet men who are interesting to you or are not interested in you. You will sometimes go for long periods between meeting men. You will meet someone interesting and date for a while, but ultimately it will not work out. All of these situations are normal, and none of them indicate that you will never meet the right person. They will be interspersed with times where you meet many interesting men, go out on fun dates, get lots of positive feedbacks, and with effort and luck, eventually meet someone for the long term. Regardless how things happen on your romance journey, you have to stay optimistic and resilient. Thank you.